good morning, or afternoon, or night, or wherever you are watching right now. For me, it's morning. Got my fresh coffee here, and it's Thanksgiving morning here in America. So, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to all of my American friends. Well, we've almost made it. We're down to the very last stop on the Grand Prix circuit this season. Trophy Eric Bombard. Used to be La Ligue, but now it's Eric Bombard, whoever he is, in Paris, France, and that's where our skaters will be this weekend, and as always, here are my fantasy picks. We'll start things off this week with ice dance. This is probably the least elite field so far in the Grand Prix series, but you do have the hometown favorites and the overall favorites overwhelmingly for this event in Natalie Péchola and Fabian Borzat, and they are my A-team choice by far. Barring any crazy circumstances like last weekend, they should be the team to beat here in Paris. In my B team, I have their countrymen, Pernell Caron and Lloyd Jones. They were 5th in Canada earlier in the season, and in a dominantly weaker field, they'll be looking to move up to the podium here, as well as several other teams that finished 5th or 6th in their first event, so it could be wide open in the rest of the field for the second and third spots. The third place, or the third category, the C team, I gave to the young American team of Isabel Canucio and Ian Lorello. Looked at the wrong notes. And they have just a lot of potential. They are new on the senior circuit this year, and they are my pick for the C team. The pairs competition shouldn't be too much of a contest either, at least not for gold. You've got Alyona Savchenko and Robin Solkowy of Germany, who have been far and away the favorites this season with some of the top teams from the Olympic cycle out. They won their first Grand Prix easily and should do the same here, so again, they're my A-team pick. In the B category, I went with the Canadian team of Mylene Brodeur and John Matatal. They were 6th at NHK Trophy earlier this season, and again, in a weaker field, will be looking to move up onto the podium here in Paris. As will my C-team pick of Felicia Zhang and Taylor Toth of the United States. They had some costly errors in their free skate in their first Grand Prix event this season, and this is all new for them as well, so they'll be looking to take advantage of competing against a weaker field in some respects, but it'll still be very competitive once you eliminate Savchenko and Solkowy from the mix. I've got to say, this has been the most unpredictable ladies series that I can remember. It's just, the only thing predictable about it is that you just never know what's going to happen, who's going to go down, who's going to stay up and climb up the standings. So I'm not actually going to tell you my A-team pick for this event, because it seems like without fail, the person that I pick in the A-team has a horrible competition. So maybe call me superstitious, call me paranoid, but I'm going to keep this one a secret until after the event, and then I'll let you know how I did. But I will tell you my B-team pick. My B-team, I've got Cynthia Phaneuf of Canada, and she is coming off of a competition at home in Canada where she fell to 4th after being a solid 1st in the short program, so she'll be looking to rebound from that and earn her way back up onto the podium. And in my C category, I went with Sonia Lafuente. She's in a category that's really a toss-up. It's, again, in this ladies' discipline this season, it's anyone's game, and especially in a category like this C team, really it just depends on who skates 2 programs more cleanly and more completely. So I went with Sonia Lafuente, and we'll see how that works out for me, as well as my mystery A pick as well. Once again, we've made it to the men, and I've saved maybe the best for last. The men's competitions this season have been so exciting, and there's so many guys that on any given day could throw down a performance that no one can catch, and this competition is no different. In the A category, Frenchman Brian Joubert has a great shot at taking this one at home. However, I had to go with the strong Japanese man in Takahiko Kazuka. He just has the components advantage over Brian, as well as technically in some of the other elements, the spins and the footwork, things that Brian is trying to move towards, and he's done a great job of reinventing himself this season. I like where he's going, but I just don't think he's quite there to catch Kazuka yet. So Takahiko Kazuka is my A-team pick. In the B team, I went with the American, Brandon Rose. He has a fantastic free program this year, and I really like what he's done with his skating. He has just this determination and this grit when he's skating that is really enjoyable to watch, and it makes you want to cheer him on, and it makes him a very good competitor all around. So you can never count him out. He's also got Grand Prix final hopes on the line, so he'll be looking to stamp his mark here in France. And in the C category, again, it depends on who comes ready to play, but I went with Peter Leibers from Germany, and we'll see how that works out for me in the end. And there you have it, another week of fantasy picks in the book. We'll see how they work out for me this time. I haven't had the greatest track record over the last few events. I started out real strong early on in the season, and it's just been a strange Grand Prix season, but enjoyable nonetheless. So this is the last event on the series, and then it's on to Beijing for the Grand Prix final. I'll put up a post, maybe a video after Eric Bombard is finished with the Grand Prix lineup and a little bit of info about that. Looking forward to it, and I'm sure the skaters are looking forward to a little bit of a break once the Grand Prix series is out of the way. They can focus on nationals and all those sorts of things. So it'll be good for all of us. But for now, I'm going to finish my coffee, then head off to family events for Thanksgiving weekend, and just really enjoy some time with the people that are important in my life, and I hope you do as well. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be keeping up with the events this weekend, although because of family things going on this weekend, I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do live, but we shall see. If I can sneak away like I did for this video, I'll be on Twitter all weekend. So we'll look forward to seeing you whenever that is, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving day.